और अब हमारे साथ यहाँ मौसम सब बदल रहा है, बारिश और आने वाली है।
जी जी,
Thick
अच्छा है।
clouds behind us, clean up continuing
बारिश
to
होती
happen
रहनी
there.
चाहिए, हम लोग सब स्वच्छ रहेंगे, देश स्वच्छ रहेगा।
The water's continuing to wash inside and it's about to really rain. Well, Dia Mirza joining us. How can you not be here? There's a telethon taking place. So, you've been with us, I think, most of our telethons. But you went out today in Mumbai and you had a pledge taken. And it's an important pledge about plastic. So would you like to share the details with us?
Well, I was signed on as the Swachh Bharat ambassador earlier this year, and through the Swachh Bharat Sathi program, what our effort has been is to engage with people and work with civic bodies. So there's an incredible man who is leading H Ward in Mumbai called Mr. Sharad Ugade, and together with him and with the BMC school children and private organizations, NGOs and citizen groups, we've come together and taken a pledge to make H Ward plastic free. But our first goal is to make Linking Road, which is a very busy marketplace, absolutely plastic free within 1 month.
How are you going to do that?
It's a very big challenge, but I think there are 3 components to this. One is advocacy, second is management, and third is civic management and people's management, and the third is helping people understand that this plastic, the idea that it's not just about stopping using plastic, but the fact that it's a deterrent to health. It's ruining our स्वास्थ्य को खराब कर रहा है हमारे, और इसको जाने की कोई जगह है नहीं. तो and giving them alternatives. So the biggest solution, I think, will be to provide them with sustainable alternatives. We can ask, how can we ask vendors to stop using plastic when citizens go there with no bags? When they're making a purchase, that's how plastic bags are spread everywhere. So we are providing them with alternatives. So we've actually brought a few organizations together that are making cloth bags for the hawkers and vendors off Linking Road. These cloth bags will be provided to them. We're requesting the vendors and hawkers to charge the customer a certain amount of money for a plastic bag, and of course take the responsibility that the area outside their shop is absolutely plastic free. So no, a lot of them drink chai and it's consumed in those little plastic cups, and they're just crushed and they're thrown on the street. Then there are those tobacco and gutka wrappers. A lot of the waste that we see on Linking Road is waste that people have consumed and discarded unthinkingly. So hopefully we will achieve our goal, and I hope I can come back next year and celebrate that goal with you.
Well, about 1 month from now.
1 month from now.
Getting rid of the plastic and providing an alternative. We spoke earlier on. I think the Prime Minister initiated a wonderful thought where he said that, instead of the plastic bag, why can't we have khadi bags?
Absolutely.
And this not only gives a great impetus to the khadi Gramadyog, but also finds a wonderful alternative to the plastic bags that people use. And this is something that, it's really very creditable.
Absolutely. Sir, what we started doing is that we are we're setting up cloth collection centers, and we're setting up centers for women and people to come and work. So we will also be creating employment, because to make the cloth bags, people will have to work, they'll come in. So that's the need of the hour, right? PPP.
Just hold that thought for a minute, because another place where the problem of plastic waste is particularly acute is in our hills.
Right.
So we're now being joined by Veerabhadra Singh, the Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh out there. Himachal actually one of the states that has been doing reasonably well when it comes to things like open defecation. It's got a very good track record, but the problem of plastic waste is really, really acute out there. So Mr. Veerabhadra Singh, thank you so much for joining us. What are the steps that you're taking for making the hills of Himachal Pradesh, areas around Shimla, you're seeing so much plastic waste and kachra lying everywhere? What can be done to clean it up? In sanitation, you've got a very good track record, 97% from what I remember. You're second only to Sikkim. So that's good, what you've been able to do with open defecation. But in the question of plastic waste, there's still a lot that needs to be done.
We were the first state in the country about 6 or 7 years back when we put a total ban on the production and use of plastic bags in the state.
Yeah. But has that been enforced fully, sir? Because are there still areas where people may be getting it in from outside and they're still
The
lying?
problem is,
Yeah. Sorry, carry on.
no, yes, this is the problem when the tourists come here from outside. They bring the plastic bags and things in plastic packing, and that causes problem. But we have taken steps to see that the plastic bags and other plastic objects which are thrown about, they are collected and taken away.
Plastic waste is not
You
just...
can ask him directly.
Sorry?
He's there with us.
Sir? Okay.
Amit, you want to ask him a question and then Dia can maybe ask him a question?
No, sir, this is Amitabh here, Amitabh Bachchan. We are really very thankful to the kind of percentages that we hear from your state, and it's wonderful
Thank you,
to see you making such huge progress in this direction.
Sir, first of all, please accept my namaskar.
Thank you. 97% open air defecation free. That's a huge percentage. Do you think that is something to do with the climate of the state?
And no, this is due to the climate of the state also, but also the consistent efforts we have made, and we have been able to get the support of the people to make this program a success. And I'm happy to tell you that by October this year, we will be 100% free from defecation.
Yeah. Oh, that's great news.
Open
Well done.
defecation.
Well done, sir. That's
Right, sir.
fantastic news.
Is there, just so that other states can also take some lessons from this, like how, when you're managing the toilets, there's also a problem of water supply, we believe, in many of those toilets there in Himachal Pradesh. How are you solving that problem?
Yes, we have a water supply in every villages
They have water supply.
and towns.
All right. Dia, you had a question or a comment to make about plastic bags there.
Sir, you mentioned that a lot of the pollution, garbage, waste pollution is contributed by the tourist population. While we're all trying to encourage the idea that we own all the spaces that we inhabit, all of this is ours, all of India is ours, so it's not like we only keep our homes clean, but we keep everything else around us clean. Do you believe that there is more that can be done to help tourists understand and respect the environment and appreciate the fact that they shouldn't be polluting it with their plastic waste? And why do you
Yes,
think people do that?
you know, when the tourists arrive in the state, especially in their private vehicles, no, every vehicle is stopped. They are given a jute bag, small jute bag, and in which they are requested that whatever your waste is, you put in this jute bag, and
We've lost our connection with him. But that's
All right, sir, we seem to have lost the link to you, but we get the general idea out there. So, ban plastic. So they're taking lessons from
but offer
Himachal.
a solution, a sustainable solution. So you can't not give people an alternative. He's encouraging tourists to not strew plastic by giving them a jute bag and saying, throw your waste in this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Amitji, again, coming back to what you were saying earlier, you need a positive solution. You can't just say, don't use this, but then there's not an alternative.
Yeah.
Yes, so long as they keep providing alternatives,
Yeah.
you know, you put ideas into people's minds and you force them to use it. And that's really what is very encouraging. Is something that you are doing there, is to provide, you know, bags, or as Prime Minister said, let's make khadi bags. You know, you give employment to people who are spinning khadi, and as well as you find a wonderful alternative. For Himachal, which is, you know, a state which encourages a lot of tourism, I was wondering whether it's just the local tourists or the foreign tourists as well. You
Well,
think that they're
Suspect a
also...
lot of them.
The usual feedback is it's our local tourists.
Local tourists, okay.